In today's video, guys, we're going to talk about my top favorite rigs from Overland Expo MNT West 2023. Stay tuned, guys. As you guys know, I recently got back from that expo and I saw so many cool, amazing products, rigs, and just got a ton of good ideas and got to meet some amazing people, and I just had a really good time. But one of the things that stood out were some of these vehicle builds, and as I went through, I literally saw every build that was out there at every vendor, and there were a few that just stood out to me that I wanted to show you guys. So these are my top builds from the expo. So in kind of a descending order, so the last one will be my absolute favorite. My first build is that old Defender, guys, that Defender from the UK. It was just the epitome of a true expedition rig. They are what you see in old videos from Africa, going across Brazil, parts of Australia before the Toyotas came in. It was just super cool to see it in its basically original form. It was pretty much original. Yes, they had done upgrades over the years, but it was just immaculate in the sense of nothing on the outside was touched. They haven't touched the paint. It was just so cool to see, and it was right-hand drive, which I absolutely loved that. The next vehicle that stood out to me the most was the Toyota Sequoia, the brand new 2023 Toyota Sequoia that was at the Baja Designs light booth. Now, like I said in my other video, there were a lot of built out Sequoias that looked great, but the one at the Baja's Designs just really stood out to me. Not just the way they had the lights, but the wrap job, the way it just had that stance. It really stood out to me, and I really enjoyed the way it looked, and it just, I don't know, I got a little bit of an appreciation for the Toyota Sequoia and how they can just build it up and make it look really mean and actually be really capable. Next would be kind of a combination of two vehicles that were out at this event. And the reason I paired these two together was because they were two vehicles I never expected in a million years to see at an Overland Expo event. And that would be that Nissan GTR and that Audi R8 that were just done up for overlanding. The Audi was more in its rally stage style. It was built up. It looked really aggressive and like it was ready to eat some dirt. And I thought it was pretty cool. Would I want one? No, but it looked really cool. And the other was that Nissan GTR. The reason I say that is because the way they built it up was a great attention attractor. It was awesome to see just kind of the rooftop tent and stuff sitting on top of it. I thought it was a bit ridiculous that it was sitting out there just because it was slammed, it was lowered, and it's a sports car. It's not meant for any kind of off-roading whatsoever, but it was pretty cool to see it out there. So I enjoyed seeing those two cars. It kind of was a comical relief to me. I had a lot of laugh at it. Next was that old International SUV. Oh my goodness, guys, that basically suburban style International was immaculate. I mean, immaculate. He had completely rebuilt the whole entire rig and just purposefully built it for expeditions. It was awesome. He had the rooftop tent, he had a whole drop down tailgate table and set up on the back for cooking. He had the back set up so if he wanted to, he could sleep in the cab, or he had other storage solutions. He had a 12 valve Cummins under the hood producing a ton of power and torque for him, so he would never have an issue. He had about 4 inches of lift put on the thing with some nice 37-inch tires, and I loved seeing this. It was over in the the DIY vehicle build area, and he just had an amazing setup. But my number one vehicle out of the whole expo was that 1969 Jeep Gladiator built by the Mitz Alloys canopies. Oh my goodness, guys. 100% restored, completely built to go off-road, and it just looked super aggressive and really awesome with that canopy bed on the back. And it just was a clean look. Now, I talked to the owners of it, and he had said that he had literally just finished the build a week before the expo. So he hadn't taken it off-road since putting the canopy on the back and things like that. And he was planning to, but just that build itself was super awesome. It resonated with me with having the D100, just a 69 American truck just sitting there, built out, ready to hit the dirt and do some hard exploring. I thought that was the coolest thing. And it had the 12 valve Cummins in it. He had completely just made it perfect. But those were my top vehicles at the expo, guys. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, guys. Have my goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and you guys are what is going to make it happen. Also, go ahead and check out the other social media platforms, because I'm always posting to them. But until then, guys, if you want to catch more, check out the other video. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time out on the trail.